No, you are not looking at it wrong. You are not crazy. This is the banner. This is legitimately the banner for the Gachiakuta collab. Um, it's okay. It's a banner. It's definitely a banner. I mean, it's not the worst, I don't think, right? Because you have Easton, who's pretty good backline. You have Nas, who's a really good human. You have Sigurd, who's a really good backline. You have this green Tristan, who's pretty good in Belmont. I know how crazy that sounds, but trust me, it's pretty good to be dominant in Belmont, because for some strange reason, there's a lot of green units that don't have melee skills. I don't know. I don't know why, but he is amongst those that do. So green Tristan is actually not bad. if you can't believe it in Belmont. Outside of that, I don't know if you can even run him, but sure. Anglahad, I mean, she's decent for like Underground Labyrinth, right? She's definitely decent for Underground Labyrinth. And I don't know if you can really use her anymore, but she seems like she has a solid passive for 4 Knights of Apocalypse build. So we'll see. I don't know much about Christmas Roxy. And then Pelgard, he seems like a decent unit for humans. Again, it's a human banner basically, with the exception of Elaine and Deanne. I think Percival is also considered a human. I think so. So it's basically a human banner with the exception of, again, Elaine and Deanne. Why are they on here if they're not human? I have no clue, but sure. But it's definitely a banner. Would I say it's worth summoning for? Unfortunately, yes. I do think you should summon on collab banners. Now, this is just my personal opinion. I think that collab banners you should always summon on because of how rare they are and how useful they can be. You see now people are still using like Sung Jin Woo. They're still using Darkness. They're still using Tamaki. Like, you see how important that these collab units end up being in the game. I do think that it is a must summon banner, even though the banner itself is, meh at the very best, meh. So it does suck, because it feels like if you don't get the collab characters and you end up pulling like 17 Christmas Roxys or something like that, like multiple copies of Easton, it's not gonna feel good. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna feel good. It's not like pulling Gojo Ban off of Nemesis Melly's banner, or Green Tier, or some of these more, some of these more dominant SSR characters. It's gonna feel pretty shitty to get 2 Anglahads, one Elaine. It's gonna feel pretty bad. And then I was thinking, because I had seen a comment on Twitter that people were complaining about Gojo Ban not being on the banner, and at first I was like, you know what? Why are they complaining? He's on Nemesis Melly's banner. Like, he's on Nem Melly's banner. Why are people complaining? But now I'm like, wait a minute. Because you have Nas here. You have Easton, Green Sigurd, Pelgard. You have all of these characters on, except I don't know if you don't have Christmas Roxy. There's maybe like 1 or 2 units, maybe 3 max you don't have on Nemi Melly's banner. But for the most part, most of these units are on his banner. I think they could have threw Gojo Ban on here instead of Elaine, for sure, or Deanne. I think they could have did that easily. But obviously they don't want it to be like too crazy, because then, like, if you're putting some of these crazy humans on the banner, now it's like, all right, we gotta calm down. We gotta calm down. But definitely could have slid Gojo Ban in this banner for sure. But is this is it worth your gems? Because of how crazy all 4 of these units are together, I would say yes. Keep in mind, you are going to get tickets when you reach 100, 200, 400, and 500 points. So keep that in mind. You only need 480 diamonds to summon on this banner. And with how many diamonds that they're going to give out through the celebration, if you've been stocking up even a little bit, you should be able to get damn near close or reach 480. Like, you should be able to do it. Would I say you know, after one rotation to keep going. It's a little tough after that one. It really just depends, right? After your first rotation, you do not get tickets. So after your first rotation, you will not get those tickets again. So then you actually need 600 diamonds to complete your second rotation. I would say keep going. If you have like, you're gonna get Zanka for free. So if you pull two collab units off the banner and you end up not getting the last one, I actually would say to keep some. It might sound stupid, but together they're gonna work the best. Like it's just point blank period. They're gonna work together the best because of what they're all doing for each other, giving each other pierce rate, defense, you know, buffs and everything like that. They're just gonna work much better if you have all four together. If you end up not getting one, it's not the end of the world. I think you could honestly get away with not having Rio. I think you could. It might sound like, what are you talking about? But I think you definitely could get away with not having her if you just have Enjin, Zanka, and well, you're gonna have Zanka for free anyway. But if you end up getting Enjin and Rudo here, I actually do think that it might be well worth it to not even like bother on the second rotation for Rio. It's gonna be like, well, why would you do that? It's just because I don't really think that other than damage, which we have a lot of human characters that can deal damage, she's not really doing much, right? Like you can fill in her spot pretty easily actually with LR Escanor, Merlin and Escanor. You could put Nas on the team for the healing and the buffs like that. So I think you could easily replace her. Let's see. Maybe I'm bugging. Does she do anything like too crazy? She is given stats, but again, who isn't at this point? She gives this HP related stats. The 0% crit chance, like taking no damage from crit, or I'm sorry, hold on. 0% chance to take critical strike damage. Yeah. So basically not taking any crit damage is really good. Really, really good. But other than that, I mean, like you could probably get away with not having her, to be honest, like just being completely honest. So yeah, you could get away. Zanka's good because he can be in the back, like the sub line. Enjin's just going to be the damage dealer with the pierce rate that he's getting. And then Rudo is kind of like your tank / pseudo DPS character in a way. So I think you could actually just not have Rio and be okay. Like seriously, I think you could just get away with it. But again, they're all going to work well together. That's the main thing people have to understand. It's not about who works well separately. It's just about them working good together. So if you have at least Zanka, Enjin, and Rudo, I think you're okay. If you end up getting like Enjin and Rio and you don't have Rudo, it's hard it's hard to say. I think Rudo's really good. Like if I'm looking at it correctly, I think he's really good just to be used as a like pseudo like DPS and a tank. Like that's like he does seem, and the damage suppression is good too. I don't know. And the damage dealt debuff, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't know. It's tough. It is tough to say. That's what I'm saying. Like they all work together good. It's tough. Like if you end up on one rotation not getting Rudo, I would say go until you get him. I would say go until you get Rudo. It's tough. It is honestly pretty tough. So I guess my end thoughts would be, if you end up going your first rotation, right, all the way to the 600 bar, and you get Enjin and Rudo, so these three characters right here, if you end up getting all three characters, like just right here, that should be fine. If you absolutely want to go for Rio, which is her, you can go a second rotation. But I think if you have all three of these on your first rotation, you're good. If you do not get Rudo and you only have these three, then I would go until you get him. I think so. But if you end up getting all of these guys on one rotation, again, you're gonna have Zanka for free. But if you end up getting these three on one rotation, that's it. Just stop. No matter if they're 1 out of 6, I don't care. Just stop. So that's gonna be it, guys, for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. This will be Dev signing out. I love you all. Have a good rest of your night.